So, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't intending to watch the film at cinema, but nevertheless, here I am with my view of Where The Crawdads Sing. Where the Crawdads Sing. So, Where the Crawdads Sing is acted by Olivia Newman, and based on the story of Kaya Clark, played by Jessica Jones in the film. And Kaya Clark is known as the Marsh Girl in this movie because she grew up in the marshes. And throughout the film, we see that she doesn't have many social interactions, with the exceptions of a couple of people and these two boys that she has flings with. And the first boy she has fling with is the perfect guy for her, but the second boy she has fling with has bad news written all over him. And that second boy she had a fling with, the bad boy, if you will, is found dead in the marshes at the start of this film. So Kaya Clark, who is known as a marsh girl, becomes a prime suspect into his murder. And throughout the film, we follow the court case that determines whether she's guilty or not guilty, whilst simultaneously seeing flashbacks to how Kaya Clark, who is known as a marsh girl, grew up. And that's basically the plot of Where the Crawdads Sing. At least it's my interpretation of the plot of Where the Crawdads Sing. And honestly, I liked this film. I thought it was good. But I did think it could have been better. Like, in the end, it's a murder mystery. That's what I got from this movie. Bear in mind, I should say here, I haven't read the book that this film is based on. All I know is what I've seen in the movie. And the movie has a strong emphasis on the murder mystery. I mean, don't get me wrong, you see how Kaya Clark grew up, you see her past, you see her upbringing, you see her relationship with her family, and that stuff's all interesting. But, like I said before, the emphasis is on the murder mystery. And I just wish I found the murder mystery more gripping and more riveting to watch. I gotta admit, I didn't. Like, I was interested to see where the murder mystery was going, because it kept me guessing until, like, the very last scene of the film as to what really happened. But I just wanted to find it more gripping and riveting to watch. I wasn't that invested in the murder mystery. I wasn't that invested in what was going on. I thought it was well made. I think the performances were all great. And I'll get on to more positives with the film a bit later in my review. But, I wanted a bit more from it. I don't know, I just wanted it to get a bit more dirty, get a bit more gripping. Show me, you know, the really tough side of living in the marshes. And the film does touch on that. There is some quite shocking scenes in some parts, but they don't feel shocking enough when you get to them. And I just wanted the film to be a bit more riveting in terms of murder mystery, because I've got to be honest, there's a couple of moments in the movie where I felt it was kind of slow, and I wanted to speed it up a bit. I wanted to find out who killed this second boy. I wanted to find that out sooner, and we don't find that out at the end of the film, which is fine. But by the time we found that out, what really happened, it's done in one 30-second scene, and I'm kind of like, oh, that's it. It was a bit anticlimactic, and it didn't hugely bother me, but I just wanted a bit more from it. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to find it more gripping. I wanted to be more invested in the murder. I don't know, I was interested in what was going to happen, but there's a difference. I just wasn't invested enough. I didn't find it gripping enough, and when you finally find out what happened, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay. But still, nonetheless, I did like it, though. I did still enjoy watching it. It was entertaining enough, and I'm happy that I did go to see it. But at the same time, though, it is one of those films I'll probably never see again. I've got to be honest there, because, I don't know, I want a bit more from it. But stick on the positives. The performance is all great. Jessica Jones is brilliant, and Jessica Jones I'm liking a lot more. She was great in Fresh, by the way, which is the straight to Disney Plus film, which I thought was fantastic. Little sign out here, but had her and Sebastian Stan, and basically Sebastian Stan seduced her, and he hooked up with her, and he took her to his place, and then basically tried cooking her, and it turned out he was a cannibal, and it was all kind of mental. It was fantastic in my opinion, though. It was a great film, but yeah, go and check out Fresh if you haven't already, and she was brilliant in that, though. Jessica Jones was brilliant in that, and she's also brilliant in this movie. I bought into her character. I wasn't invested in her character, but I still bought into it. I found her character believable. I believed that she was living in the marshes. I believed her as a marsh girl. Also, what's his name? Oh, the guy plays a good boy. I forgot the actor's name. I literally just looked it up before. I'm going to quickly look up now. So yes, the guy who plays the good boy in the film, Taylor John Smith, he's great as well. I believe he must take this person who is perfect for Kaya Clark, you know, the marsh girl. Also, Harris Dickinson is fantastic as well as this boy who has bad news written all over him. I really enjoyed Harris Dickinson in The King's Man, in which he played essentially the protagonist of that movie, and I thought he did a great job, and I really enjoyed him in this as well. He kind of settles into the role. I mean, all the actors do. I believe all the actors in the film, everyone does a great job, even, you know, the supporting players, and at the same time, though, I do feel the film is well made, I feel it's well shot. I liked seeing quite a lot of the flashbacks, like seeing the relationship between, you know, Kyle Clark, the protagonist of the film, and the perfect guy for watching them again, Tate. I thought that was done really well. I believed in that relationship, and I thought the relationship between, you know, Harris Dickinson's character, the bad boy, and the main protagonist as well, was also done well. I liked watching the flashback scenes. I thought they were shot well. I thought they found a great feel. I thought it had a great aesthetic. I feel that the cinematography was also really good, especially when you see like the marshes and you're going through, you get a feel for this area, and I really liked that about it. I just wish it got a bit more dirty. I just wish that we actually got into like the nitty gritty stuff. Like, even though there's a murder that happened, I don't know. I never really feel that it gets that dirty or that gripping, and it doesn't. I wanted a bit more from it. That's all I'm saying. I wanted to find it more gripping and more riveting, and actually find myself really, you know, really on the edge of my seat about what's going to happen. And I never did, in my opinion. I do think it is well made, and I like the fact that it keeps you guessing until literally the last scene in the film as to what really happened. But I do feel it could have been better. I feel if you kind of like cut off like 20 minutes of the movie, make it more tighter and get more to the point, and maybe not have the scenes so slow, I feel it just, I don't know. I feel, like I said before, it could have been better, and it should have been, to be honest. But I still liked it. I'm happy I watched it. I thought it was well made, well produced. I don't think it deserves the bad critic ratings it's getting. I feel it's good enough. It just, I don't know. I wanted a bit more from it, and for me personally, yeah, it wasn't anything special, but I'm kind of happy I watched it. And so, all in all, I'm going to say that Where The Crawdads Sing, I'm going to say it's a 7 out of 10. I've given the film a 7 out of 10 there because I did still like it. I can see a lot of people watch the movie and really, really like it. In fact, I watched this film with two people who had read the book that this film is based on, and they seemed to really, really like it. They thought that the film had done justice as a book. They thought it was accurate. You know, they thought it was close to the book. That's what I'm trying to say there. They thought it was close to the book in the best way, and I liked the fact that, you know, they watched it and they really liked it. I got to the end of the film and went, nah, that was okay. I liked it, but, you know, I could live without it. I don't know. I wanted the murder mystery to be more gripping. I know I've said that before, but I'm going to say it again. I wanted to be more gripping. I wanted to be more riveting. I wanted to really sit on the edge of my seat and find out what's going to happen. But just by the time you got to the end of the movie and you found out what happened, I was kind of like, oh, that's a big payoff. I don't know. I feel the film is a bit unfocused as well. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. It's a bit unfocused. Like, I don't know if it saw what story it really wants to tell. Does it want to tell the story of Kyle Clark, this girl who grew up in the marshes, and how she survived for so long? Or does it want to tell the story of the murder that happened with one of the boys she was having a fling with? It's a bit unfocused to that matter. And I still liked the film. I enjoyed watching it. But, like I said before, it's probably not one of those films I'll ever return to. It's just, it's good. It's good enough. And I can see a lot of people loving this movie, especially if you read the book, because, like I said before, I watched a film with the people who had read the book, and they seem to really like it. So, there you go there. Personally, with me, I don't know. I just want a bit more from it. That's all I'm saying. I wish the film was a bit more tight in its run time. I think it could have kept like 10 to 20 minutes off. And I also feel that the film was a bit slow on some parts. It wasn't gripping enough. I didn't get dirty enough as well. It wasn't gritty enough. You know, I reviewed 13 Lives recently, and 13 Lives is an amazing film because it's so gritty. You feel claustrophobic in that film. You feel the intensity of all the cave diving sequences. You don't get any of that from this movie. And don't be wrong, there isn't any cave diving sequence in this film. I'm not saying that, but you don't feel the film's gritty enough. You don't feel the gritty aspects of the marsh. I wanted that. You don't feel the gritty aspects of the murder. I wanted a bit more from that overall. If you're going to give me a murder mystery, you know, make it fun, exciting to watch, make it more gritty. And I kind of wish that's what this film did. I don't know. It was good, but I kind of wish it was better. And that's kind of where I see with the film overall. And so, all in all, I'm going to say that Where The Crawdads Sing is a 7 out of 10 from me. Anyway guys, what do you think of Where the Crawdads Sing? Please comment down below and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway guys, thank you as always for watching, and if you haven't yet, please click down below and subscribe on this video. I'm looking forward to many more, both film and TV reviews come very soon on this channel. See you guys again soon, but bye for now, bye!